Hello and welcome. So guys, we are about to enter summer, and every year I tend to curate certain fragrances specific for the summer. Whether it's a niche fragrance that I have in my collection, or this year, of course, Middle Eastern fragrances, but there's also those fragrances that I consider to be fun because they're very affordable. But although these fragrances are affordable, don't get it twisted. They can still make you feel beautiful and make you smell expensive. So today, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 fragrances that are very, very affordable and that I think are perfect for this upcoming summer season if you're looking to watch your coin. But before we jump right into the fragrances, if this is your first time here, I'm Arahi and I'm your fragrance concierge because I am totally committed to creating the best fragrance experience for you. I upload videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays, and sometimes you even get a bonus video for the week. If that sounds like the type of content that you're interested in and like a good plan, then please consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget, leave a comment. Let's go. All right, guys. So before we jump right into the fragrances, let me just tell you that the way that we're going to do this today is because we're talking about affordable fragrances. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start by sharing the most expensive of the bunch, and I'm going to, as I continue to share the fragrances, go into the least expensive of them all. I also wanted to let you know that the 5 fragrances that I've curated for this video are fragrances that cover a different scent profile. That's why I labeled the video the only 5 affordable fragrances that you need, because I will be sharing with you different scent profiles. So with these 5, you will cover the main scent profiles and you'll have the fragrance wardrobe that you need for the summer. Now, I'm going to start with a fragrance that is from a very, very highly regarded, reputable designer, and that is from Hermes, and I'm speaking about JOUR de Hermes. So this fragrance is for my floral lovers because it is the fragrance that is beautifully done with white florals. This fragrance is a fragrance that I've had for such a long time. This is actually, I think, my 2nd or 3rd bottle. This is just a fragrance that I continuously pick up. And it's been so long since it was launched that now it is crazy affordable, like super affordable. I'm talking about I think it's like $60, and maybe you can find it even for less in some sites. But this fragrance smells expensive. And this is a fragrance that it is absolutely so beautiful and perfect for the summer season. This fragrance has an incredible, oh my goodness, this fragrance has an incredible citrusy opening. It is loaded not just with those citrus notes, but also with a big bouquet of white flowers. You can clearly pick them up. But the beauty of this fragrance is that it's very balanced because it also has a green touch to it that makes it even a fresher fragrance. So it is a very fresh fragrance, but that is topped off by the fact that there's an aquatic feel. There's definitely an aquatic note to this fragrance that makes it just perfection for the summer. So if you're looking for a fragrance that doesn't break the bank, but that absolutely smells beautiful, that is going to get you compliments, that performs really, really well, and that makes you smell like you spent much more than what you're going to spend on it now, then JOUR de Hermes is the fragrance for you. This fragrance is also one that I do not consider to be unisex. This is definitely a feminine fragrance, and it is perfect not just for the summer, but it'll get you through the spring and, in my opinion, the fall. The only season that I would not pull it for would be the winter, unless you're going to layer it with something that gives it a bit more depth due to the, very cold weather. But other than that, this is a fragrance that you can dress up and you can dress down. When it comes to occasions, the only occasion I don't think it's suited for is really a very formal black tie type of gala event. Other than that, I think you will be safe with dressing it up and dressing it down. This could also become your signature scent. This is a fragrance that has absolutely no oud and that I think is best fitted for 25 plus. So this next fragrance is for my gourmand fragrance lovers, but you have to be a true real gourmand lover, because this fragrance is definitely a gourmand. And I am speaking about THEODOROS KALOTINIS Lemon Tart. Lemon Tart is a fragrance, guys, that is just perfection. And it is so affordable. All THEODOROS KALOTINIs pretty much cost the same. And I have 4 in my collection and I love all 4 of them. But I have another one that would have been also probably suited for the summer, but I think that this one is even better. So I wanted to share this one with you. Now these fragrances range, I think it's around $55, no more than that. And when I tell you that these fragrances, I'm pretty sure they're going to go up in price soon, because I still can't believe that this level of a fragrance coming from a niche fragrance house is only costing us $55. And this is a 50 ml bottle. This fragrance, guys, just like the name, you know, when you sniff this fragrance, it's almost like you're ready to bite into a lemon tart. You know how you go and you pick up a lemon tart, or you go to a restaurant and you order a lemon tart for a dessert, and it's in its tart, and then you have like that lemon custard topped with like whipped cream, and sometimes they'll even sprinkle a little bit of caramel. That's what I get. And I know that this fragrance doesn't have caramel in it. I'm pretty sure, because I don't even pick it up when I sniff it. But this is a fragrance that whenever I spray it on myself, guys, I am telling you, I almost want to bite my arm off, because it is truly a gourmand, yummy, delicious, incredible fragrance. What I love about it is that even though it is a real gourmand with that yummy, incredibly real kind of fresh lemon tart type of scent, it is not cloying. This is a fragrance that opens up very citrusy. It has a ton of vanilla, it is sweet, and it also has a bit of electronic quality to it. But it is very demure. It's barely there, but my nose does pick up on it. But I tell you, this fragrance is, oh my goodness, and it will get you so many compliments. The other thing that I wanted to share with you, in case you've never tried a THEODOROS KALOTINIS fragrance, is that these fragrances are either bordering on beast mode or beast mode. And this one borders on beast mode, because without having to overspray, I get 7+ hours, and it is a fragrance that has a very strong projection during the first 2 hours, after which it does become a strong skin scent, because I get whiffs of it all throughout the wear. This is also a fragrance that really pulls people into you because you smell so delicious. This fragrance, of course, it's lemon tart, guys. It has no oud, and I think that this is appropriate for any age group. This is also a fragrance that I do consider to be unisex. I don't think it's unisex. I think that if I had to pick a lean, I would say that it leans a tad bit towards the female side, but it is definitely a fragrance that I can see a man wearing without a problem. This is a fragrance that I would not use for very formal occasions, but other than that, you can dress it up and you can dress it down, and of course, day or night. Alright, so far I have shared with you a floral fragrance, which was the HERMES one, the first one, and then I shared with you the gourmand. But now I'm going to share with you a fruity floral fragrance, guys, that is absolute perfection for the summer, and that, oh my goodness, will get you so many compliments. It's going to make you feel beautiful, and it does have that expensive smell. And I am speaking about Dolce & Gabbana's Q. Now this fragrance, guys, like I said, is, oh my goodness, this is a fruity floral fragrance, but centered quite a bit around the note of cherry. It opens up quite citrusy and has a bit of powderiness, but at the dry down, it is truly a powdery fragrance, but not excessively, but it is definitely a quality that you can't avoid when wearing this fragrance. In addition to that cherry, you have some beautiful white florals, and to give the fragrance additional depth and character, they have added some woody notes that are always in the background. From the first moment you spray it all the way till you dry down and all throughout your wear, you're going to get those woody notes and that aromatic quality that grounds the fragrance. At the dry down, you're going to get a beautifully done, fresh fragrance for the summer that brings some white florals into the mix, adding to that airiness and that feel, right? And then you're also going to get that powderiness that I referred to before. This is truly a fruity floral fragrance, and although the cherry is a very centric note in this fragrance, it's not like it's super present all the time. What I find is that it opens up with the cherry and those citrusy notes, and then the cherry takes like a backseat until you're almost approaching the dry down, and then you're going to have the cherry very present, but never overbearing, because what I love about this fragrance is that there's a smoothness to it that makes it perfect for the summer season. There is nothing screechy or out of line about this fragrance. It has been blended beautifully. I don't hear a lot of people talk about it, and I just don't understand why, because this fragrance was launched last year and I had a chance to use it a couple of times before the summer season was over. And then I can tell you that this year I am definitely planning to pull it at all times. It is perfect on its own, and it's absolutely perfect for layering. This is a fragrance that has a freshness that I think gives it some versatility. So I think this is truly a unisex fragrance, but I do think that it leans a tad bit to the feminine side. This is also a fragrance that I think you can dress up, you can dress down, you can do whatever you want with it, as long as it's in the summer season. Outside of the summer season, like in spring and the beginning of the fall, I would limit it to more daytime occasions. But during the summer, this is perfection. And if you layer it with a fragrance that has an additional fruity note that you think would go very well with the cherry, oh my goodness, you are going to be in heaven. This fragrance has absolutely no oud, and I can tell you that this is perfect for absolutely any age group. This fragrance could be considered bordering on a freshie, but it does perform really well. Without having to overspray, I do get about 6 to 6.5 hours, and if I do overspray, it will put me right about around the 8-hour mark. But this is a fragrance that does project very well during the first hour, and then it does become a skin scent, but you will be smelling yourself all throughout the day. Hue, for being such an affordable fragrance, is just a deal in my opinion. This is a fragrance that I will continue to pick up for as long as they continue to produce it. This is a fragrance that right now you can actually pick up for $53 because it's been a year since its launch, and I've been able to find great deals on it. So I'll be sure to provide a link to each one of these fragrances with the best deal that I can find in the description box. Let me know if you tried Q or you have it as part of your collection and your thoughts. Now this next fragrance is a fragrance that I've discussed here on the channel before, and it is for my vanilla lovers. You have to love vanilla because this fragrance is all about vanilla, and I am speaking about Pure Vanilla from LAVANILA. Now this fragrance retails for about $48, and this is a 50 ml bottle. But this is a fragrance, guys, that I tell you, if you are a vanilla lover, you are going to love this fragrance. I dare say that even if you're not sure if you're into vanilla or not, if you try this fragrance, I think you're definitely going to fall in love, because it is done so nicely. And what I love about it is that, vanilla for the summer, you have to be careful what fragrance you choose because vanilla can be a bit cloying. And this fragrance has Madagascar vanilla. So this is no joke. This is the real vanilla deal. Now this fragrance, as to be expected, has a ton of vanilla. But guys, the vanilla could just make it airy. It is definitely a sweet fragrance, but I can tell you that what I love about how they've done this is that at the base, to give some depth to the fragrance and some character, they have added the note of patchouli. And what I find rather interesting is that the patchouli and the vanilla play very well together. This is a very balanced and well blended fragrance because the patchouli at no point overpowers the vanilla. They actually play very well together, with the understanding that the vanilla is the star of this fragrance, because it definitely is. And at the dry down, guys, that is the best part, because you've gone through this journey where you're just in heaven with this vanilla, And then at the dry down, you're going to get the most beautiful combination of vanilla with just a tad of patchouli in the background to like ground it, all on a base of powderiness. And that powderiness, for some reason, gives the fragrance like a totally different level of elegance. I tell you, it is a fragrance that is so perfect for the summer, but this is a fragrance that I recommend for any season of the year. And of course, for layering, it is exquisite. This is a fragrance that I think you can dress up, you can dress down, and you can use it day or night, especially if you decide to layer it with another fragrance that adds even more oomph to it. Even though this fragrance really doesn't need it, because I'm telling you, this fragrance has quite a bit of character. This is a fragrance that I consider to be pretty unisex. I don't even think that it necessarily leans feminine, because this is really a vanilla fragrance, guys. This is also a fragrance that does have good performance, but I wish it were a bit better, because even when I overspray, it only gives me a solid 7 hours. And projection is only during, like, I would say the first hour and 15 minutes, maybe, if I've oversprayed. But then after that, it does become a scent bubble for the following hour. And then after that, it's definitely a skin scent. And the skin scent is one that every so often, will give me a whiff of the fragrance, but it's not a very strong type of skin scent, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's perfect for absolutely any age group, and there is absolutely no oud in this fragrance. Let me know if you've tried Pure Vanilla from LAVANILA or any other fragrance from LAVANILA, because they do have quite a number of them. And I'm just so looking forward to picking up others and trying them, because I'm really enjoying the DNA of this fragrance house. Now, this next fragrance is for my true citrus lovers. And of all of the fragrances that I've shared today, this is the least expensive. But guys, when I tell you, I haven't had it in my collection for a very long time, but from the moment I picked it up, I knew that this was going to be a fragrance that would land on my perfume tray for the summer, all throughout the summer months, because it is absolutely perfection. It is a true citrus fragrance, and I am speaking about Happy Chopard, and this is BIGARADIA Chopard. Now let me tell you guys, oh my goodness. So, this fragrance is so good. Please, I know that there's at least one other fam member that owns this fragrance, because she was the one that recommended this fragrance to me. And I have to say thank you, because oh my goodness. But let me tell you the complete story. So initially, a fam member recommended another fragrance from Chopard. And I tried that fragrance and I fell in love with it. And I had shared that with you in a previous video. But then when I put out that video, this other fam member gave me a couple more fragrances that she thought that I might enjoy. And BIGARADIA, and I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, I'm probably not, but BIGARADIA was one of the fragrances. And I did pick up the other one and I love it, but I just think that for the summer, this one is the perfect citrus fragrance, because oh my goodness, guys, this smells heavenly. Absolutely heavenly. So what I love about this fragrance is that the freshness in the fragrance, because this is a very fresh fragrance, the freshness is exclusively about those citrus notes. There is no spiciness. There is no other note or scent profile trying to jump into the bandwagon of the citrus moment. This is all about a fresh citrus fragrance. So this is what you would really consider to be a freshy fragrance. But at that, it also has an incredibly done, oh my gosh, bouquet of white florals. These white florals have been done to perfection. They are very smooth. There's nothing screechy about them, and they all seem to play really well with the fact that this is a freshy fragrance. So they blend in just perfectly. This is a fragrance that is also sweet, not very sweet. And what I love about it is that at the dry down, although this is not really a linear fragrance, you are going to have all of the notes show up and leave you with the most beautiful, fresh, citrusy summer scent. I definitely consider perfect for the summer season, and I think you can also use it during the spring and maybe the beginning of the fall, but this is perfection for the summer season. I also think that it is best suited for daytime occasions and occasions that are a bit more casual. This is a fragrance that only gets me 6 hours, but I'm not mad at it, guys, because seriously, for under $30, I can't really ask for more. It does get me a decent projection, not strong, but a decent projection for the first hour. And after that, it does become a skin scent. But this is a skin scent that does give me whiffs of the fragrance throughout the entire wear, and it is one that I can definitely smell on myself. This is not a fragrance that has gotten me compliments, but I can tell you that the first day I wore it, my daughter told me, "Oh, what are you wearing?" And I told her what it was, and she said, "Oh, that smells really good. Can I try it?" And of course I had to say no, because if not, she would take it. But anyway, guys, this fragrance is one that you have to get your nose on. And if you've tried it, or if you've tried any of the Happy Chopard fragrances, please let us know, because I want to know if there's any other that I should really consider picking up. This is a fragrance that has absolutely no oud. I don't think this is a unisex fragrance. I really think this is a feminine fragrance all the way. And I really think that it is suited for all age groups. This fragrance is a true delight, and one that I know, especially at that price point, you will not regret adding to your collection. All right, guys, so we have reached the end of today's video, and I just wanted to come on here really casual and share with you these 5 fragrances that I believe are perfect for the summer season, and that I know are just an incredible value for the level of fragrance that you're getting. I really can tell you that although from the HERMES all the way to the Happy Chopard, there's really not a bad choice. I think it's more about, what type of scent profile you're looking to add to your collection. Other than that, these are fragrances that I know you are going to love. Let me know if you have picked up or sniffed any of these fragrances and your thoughts about it in the comment section. As always, thank you so much, guys, for hanging with me today. To all of our new fam members, welcome to our fragrance loving family, and I will see all of you in the next video.